Good morning, January 9th, 2015. Some days from this medication, I wake up with my eyelashes really puffy, my face really puffy. I can tell it because my wedding ring is tied on my finger. Today I woke up kind of puffy, so you get the puffy version today. But I wanted to talk today about who stole your love. Not who stole your heart, but who stole your love. And why I wanted to talk about this is because when we're born, when I was born, and I know all of you, the same thing would be, I loved everybody and I accepted everybody. It didn't matter to me what they believed, what they liked or what they disliked. It didn't. I wasn't there asking questions about if they thought like me or believed like me or did things the way I did. That was definitely not on my mind. All I remember seeing is the world was beautiful and everybody in it was beautiful. And slowly, it's not overnight, it's not fast, but it's slowly that seems to change. And then it seems to be a struggle for the rest of your life and trying to keep that love that you feel as a child. And then some days we do a good job and some days we do a terrible job. And that's the truth with me, and I have a feeling that's the truth with you as well. But what happened, over the years? Why do we lose our love? And who steals this love? And I think it has to do with the culture we grow up in, whatever that particular culture believes and what they're strong in. Art, we're influenced through art, through music. We're influenced through the Christians. We're influenced through the sermons they listen from the pulpit. So the people that preach, they have a great responsibility on their shoulder, and unfortunately some of them don't realize that because they take things so lightly, or at least it seems like that. I don't know their hearts and their minds, but I think sometimes you see anger, fear, doom and gloom being preached from the pulpit instead of what really God is all about, and that is love. And why is it so hard for us to understand love? And why is it so hard for us to accept love? And it is because all of us, because of the separation through sin, we do feel separated from God, and our idea of love is very twisted. And so because of that, and a lot of times through life experiences, maybe poor parental advice or example, pain, disappointments, broken hearts through relationships. It's amazing how relationships can be our number one enemy and tear us apart so bad. And the irony of it is that also relationships, through relationships, we find healing, and only through relationships. Singling yourself out, separating yourself from others does not bring healing. It brings only a festering time, or a denial time, or a numbing time, but it does not bring healing. So it's amazing how the same thing can do such damage one way or another. If it's used inappropriately, it can really tear apart a human being's heart and soul, or if it's done rightly, it can really lift a person up to such high dimensions that you can do anything you set your mind to. So, God reminded me that love is part of who we are because it's part of who He is. And we can't live functional and healthy without it. And the closer we are to the true image, the healthy image of God the Father, Jesus the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the better we understand what love is all about. And love is, if you love somebody, for sure you're going to experience a lot of pain. A lot of people think that love is this fluffy, butterfly feeling. Love is actually involves a lot of sacrifice and a lot of pain, because you don't think about yourself or the well-being of yourself. You think about the well-being of the person next to you. And you're willing to give up everything for them and for their well-being. And that's what love is really about. It's not this, oh, I just want to feel good, oh, I just want to feel the butterflies, and oh, I just want to feel the walk on clouds. And I do that. I mean, of course I want to feel that. Who doesn't in their, in the right mind, because it makes you feel good. But love is not about feeling, it's about acting on something you know is right, whether you feel it or not. So the greatest gift, for us to share with each other is love. But to share it, you have to have it. To have it, you have to understand what you're reaching for, or what you have or don't have, and you have to try to either grasp it. We all have love in our hearts. It's just different quantities based on our own decisions. And that's the difference, is if we decide to really increase that love or not, it's up to us. And the best way, I think, when God talks about, unless you're like a child, I look at the children's actions, and that's when you see love. So it's not what the kids say. Sorry, I was going into Romanian. It's not what the kids say to each other or to us, is what the kids do. And if you pay attention, the kids just accept. They don't look at color. They don't look at social standard. They don't look if you are exteriorly looking alright or not. They don't judge that way, and they don't just automatically assume that as soon as you meet them you are a bad person. They just trust and assume that you are a great person. And that is the beginning of love, because love is so much deeper than that, but that is like the foundation of love on which we should build. In 2 Timothy 1:7 says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear." So if God didn't give us a spirit of fear, you have to ask yourself, who did? And timidity, but of power, of love, and self-discipline. And that speaks loudly. I mean, self-discipline is involved in love, and power is involved together. So It's a good verse to really think about what it, all those words mean and what we should do about it. So that was the message for today. It's about love. Have a good day. Bye bye.